With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Yellow. I go wide. 15. Here we go. Out.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and a Dallas first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Mostert. And they string that play out nicely. He stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, second down.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Watch QB2. 15. Delta. 58's the mic. 58's the mic. All day, every day, any day.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. Third and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Fletcher Cox able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up fourth down. To punt on fourth down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
On first down, Westbrook fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, Westbrook, and he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down.
Let's go now. Check right. Pittsburgh. Hey, watch the ball.
A play fake. Now Cunningham. And he connects with Ertz. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Check.
They'll run on first down. Westbrook. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. Cunningham trying for the tight end. Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Mostert. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day on this.
On first down, Westbrook. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
I can't believe they even run.
They'll try the left side. Westbrook. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Let's go.
From the gun on 3rd down. Cunningham. A bullet throw, but incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down now, Westbrook, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
Let's go, D. Shoot. Back.
On 2nd down, Westbrook. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Julius Pepper has made the tackle. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
I know you felt that one.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. On 4th down, Cunningham. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Keith Bullock. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 15. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 10-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, switch gears. 25, check 25, check 25.
Now Mostert. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. This is Mostert. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got some space here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Raheem Mostert on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Stenerud, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Following the touchdown, here's Stenerud to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all of these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on 4th down tries. They're trying again. Here's Cunningham. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go. Check, go get him, go get him, go get him.
Now they try the right side here. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now a handoff looking right. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Raheem Mostert in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Eagles take over first and 10.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half. You still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
Watch the twist.
They'll keep it on the ground. Westbrook slipped one tackle. But no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 1.
Yeah, the Cowboys here on third down bringing in an extra defensive back. Cunningham to throw. Dancing to his left. And that will be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
No, this offense is staying put. They're just 1 for 4 in these situations so far, but they're going again on fourth down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a handoff here to his running back. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Raheem Mostert, 30 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker.
Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs?
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic, faking it. I can understand you want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
Did the same. It smelled terrible.
Night, sweetheart.
On 1st and 10, Cunningham. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They try and run on 1st down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the Cowboys' 48-yard line.
Come on, Shaq. Check with the flag. Come on. You better bring it.
Now Cunningham. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off play action, it's Cunningham. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Now Cunningham. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Von Miller and Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
Now they try the right side here. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well-timed effort by Darius Slay. A sack on the corner blitz.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
They still playing. Yo, go gun. Y'all playing the wrong football. Hey, Rippless. Slam. Attack. No. Oh. You go tight. You got tight.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got Mahomes hit. He lost the football, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Cunningham looking to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 3rd down, Westbrook. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
You got him. You got him.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. On 4th down, Cunningham. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
Double dog. That's the way. Easy. Check 99. Watch twist. Check 3.
Yellow.
Bang.
On first down, Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. That is incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
22 check bomber, 22 check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They got to get to the 23 here on third.
In your face.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Shift. Check 24. Check 24. Watch the safety creep. Check the backer. Check the right.
Now Mahomes rolling to his right. He may try and run for this. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first. Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That leads us to a first and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. And they will take a knee here. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Well, partner, the offense gets to take the knee, but the defense should take a bow on that sidelines. What a game, shutting them out.
I like the way you put it there. You wordsmithed that one perfectly. Take a knee offense, you get to celebrate, you got the win. But defensively, wow, they'll be sailing as they go forward.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal.
Switch. Check 9. Switch. 49. Check 49. Check 49. Switch.
They'll try and run for it. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah.
up though, Luke? Got the mic going now. Oh, true.
Up in the booth with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and kickoff straight ahead, CD. What's one thing that you're going to have your eye on?
I think about what the great coaches of the past always said. The key to any ball game. Can you rush theirs and protect yours? Well, in this case, both of these teams get after the quarterbacks. I'm watching the pass rush.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
All right, so what it's going to be Eagles theme team versus 49ers theme team.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
From the 29, Garoppolo, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo.
Oh, no.
And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
On the return, Jackson.
Wow.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Westbrook. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Yeah, I want to say I saw the ball across the line.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check 15. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
They'll try the left side. Westbrook.
Got
A
it.
solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down now, Westbrook. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Let's go.
first down. Westbrook. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Westbrook, he's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Here's 2nd and 8. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
He had a touchdown in his hands. That's a lot.
Shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives instead of 3s.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Broke the tackle? You lying. Wow, they gave him that.
And he might be gone.
He broke the tackle.
Touchdown.
All of a sudden, nobody could catch up to him.
96-yard house call on the kick return. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
Pray to the Madden gods.
Well, partner, anytime you see a big-time kickoff
touchdown.
return, especially one that ends up in the end zone for a touchdown, that's probably the most exciting 10 seconds in the great game of football.
I think it was our friend Ed Brady that told us that one day. So let's try this again after the kick return, TD. Here's yet another kickoff.
They're slow. I'm pretty sure my TO is as fast as his TO.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
You get bailed out
It's
too.
a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On second down, Westbrook. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
2 minutes to play in this first half, 7-3, our score. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
But, you know, writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13.
I'm going back.
They'll try and throw for it here. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
No,
Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run the counter. Westbrook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Ready. Hey, hold on. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
To throw on 3rd down, Cunningham.
What? What's the flag on anyway?
Picked off by the all-pro linebackers, Von Miller. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line.
Illegal man downfield.
Of course, they had the
this
option,
ain't RPO.
and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran.
Why did they say
like
that?
to let them stand.
Here we go.
Yo,
21,
Steve playing to Madden gods, I swear.
Check.
Garoppolo on 1st down.
I knew you were going to throw there.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can make a play in football.
Thank you,
B-Dog. Traffic, and it's intercepted. Brian Dawkins, the safety with a pick. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Hold on to the ball.
Play there, but it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment.
I thought he was supposed to have max security.
He's going to have to absorb the contact, and as a result,
on to the ball.
To the football.
So I can't rely on playing
pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Get blocks for me.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Watch the screen. Kill. Check. Run.
They'll try and run for it. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Here we go. Watch the screen.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Holt. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
They'll go from here.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle.
My kicker can't make it.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Pat Tillman. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead is now 17-3.
Using that the link too.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Throwing after the interception. Cunningham. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
At the 31-yard line.
Second and 4. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And that'll make it 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Westbrook.
That's decent.
The 49er great Patrick Willis in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Cunningham.
Bruh.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by an American hero, Pat Tillman. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that. No, there were stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
On play action, now Garoppolo. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Fletcher Cox gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out.
And the pressure gets to him again. Brandon Graham applying the heat off the edge.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Right back to him on 1st down. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 49-yard line.
On 2nd down now, Westbrook, and he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 36-yard line.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
On 2nd down, Westbrook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Westbrook, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st.
It's 4th down.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Back to throw. Cunningham. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D4. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48.
It's okay. Nothing amazing. People I'm playing prey to the Madden God, so
that turnover might
not
just
a good
about do it
stream
here.
so
Fourth
far,
quarter,
but
you
know, it's whatever.
Just run the football,
We'll get in the next game.
Exactly right. They played smart, a couple of 1st downs, and this one should just about be over.
Thanks for
Call
coming
it a
through,
gain
though.
of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now a handoff looking right. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Third down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. That's caught. It's Jerry Rice.
How is that not
The
a
completion
pick?
good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, right at the 15-yard line here. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. Like any team, they would have loved to have had more yards on that run, but it looks like they just want to get to the 2-minute warning and see what they want to do after that.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4.
He did that like he was a regular center. That was freaking Jason Kelsey, man.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Come on, let's go.
Now they try the right side here. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Wait, 80! 11. Come on out here, come get some. Come get it.
Garoppolo looking to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one good for 37 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Garoppolo looks to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. From 6 yards away. Here the Niners are able to stretch their lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right?
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. A play fake, now Cunningham. And he's going to go down again. D. Ford picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Cunningham. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
At the 24-yard line.
Here we go. Black 80. 11. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Say hi.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Philly. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This will be fielded at the 6.
Let's go. Let's go.
22-yard line.
Line, I'll go line. Watch the curve.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mahomes nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nigel Bradham flying in and laying the lumber defensively.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Up to make the play defensively, Tre'Davious White.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Bears' 49-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Now a give right side. Westbrook. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
That's where you belong.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Off the play fake. Cunningham. And he connects with Ertz. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 33 yards that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. They'll run on 1st down. Westbrook, and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
That's a very nice game there, a confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are. And now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. They'll run with Sanders. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Strip that ball. Strip that ball. 58.
On 2nd and goal. Mahomes, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Here's Mahomes, third and goal. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox.
It's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
Well, you know, he hated taking the loss there on third down. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. And he loses the football a second time. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 14 upcoming. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now a give right side. Westbrook. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. On third down, Westbrook. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
At their own 44-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Meanwhile here, a run on first down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 6 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
Watch the safety creep. Check it back. Attack.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Attack.
Now on 2nd and 16, Mahomes nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Reggie White on the sack there, showing the explosiveness that led him to the Hall of Fame. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
Here's Jackson. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Cunningham to throw. This is caught by Jackson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. On first down, Westbrook. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. T.J. Watt in on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 3rd down, Cunningham. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Here's Cameron Johnston now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1.
Check 50. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Check 3. Check 3.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. The final 2nd ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Chris Boswell set to kick off.
These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. This will be taken short. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. Watch the out, watch, let's go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Westbrook, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. To throw on 3rd down, Cunningham. And that is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done. Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run. Deuce. 10. Go. Hey, check Mike 21, check Mike 21. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Blitz coming, and down he goes. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Westbrook takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally.
And, oh, my goodness, he loses it again. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. 25 yards. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Cunningham looking to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Cunningham. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. They'll try and run for that 1st and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. They'll try to run with Sanders, and he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Boswell's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up.
To throw again. Cunningham. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. Now, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Under 10. Yellow. Check safety. Check safety.
They'll run on 1st down. Sanders. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
Check back 21. You.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So a bit of a weird kick there. That wasn't an overly long attempt, but that never had a chance.
You almost wonder if he might have maybe got that one on the laces because it kind of knuckled on him a bit. And this one winds up in empty possession.
With safety Ed Reed there to make the play.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the pass. Rush in. Set.
On 1st down, Westbrook. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
1st down, Philadelphia.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
At the Bears' 32-yard line.
Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott. This will be from 49 yards out. And his kick is good. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or in this case, a field goal.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. This fielded at the 2.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here we go. At their own 26-yard line.
Down. 15 line. 15 line.
Gotta do better.
Recon, 132 fighter. Ready?
Throwing on first. That's caught. The tight end Hill. A huge play there right off the bat. 46 yards.
Well, partner, it's pretty simple. One thing you don't want to see defensively, on the very first snap of the game, some guy running free like we just saw there.
Heck of a start for this offense, no doubt. On 1st and 10, Herbert, they'll set up the screen to Elliott. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. Pretty good start right off the bat there with throws 1 and 2.
He's not locking in on just one target early, is he? Spreading it around a little bit as this game gets started.
Back-to-back first downs. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Here's Cunningham, and that's Elliott, complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a prime.
And he takes it in for a Colts score. Randall Cunningham, a 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Dawson able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready. Hey, hold on. 2, and let's get in there. Shoot.
They'll run on first down. Westbrook, and he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
36. Get it all. Hey. Check 31. Hey, switch gears.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Check 47. Watch the run. 25. Check 25.
On second down now, Westbrook. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. On third down, Westbrook. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Let's go. Pick it up, Pete. Watch the edge. Wide. Get wide. Zip it.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. Now a give, right side, Westbrook. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Check nickel. Slam. Tight dog. Check it out, read.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 30.
That was another good run, and he's having an excellent day. And right now, I don't think his team could have any more confidence in handing him the football.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. They're going to run this with a tight end. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Don't get nervous.
They'll try the left side. Westbrook. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
It's 3rd down and 12.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough task here, though. 3rd and long. Off play action. It's Cunningham. Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Cunningham from the gun. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Herbert into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. And the big boy, dare I say, he showed some athleticism there.
Oh, without a doubt. And you know what else we saw on that play? Why they do more and more ball drills in practice. They want everyone proficient with catching the football and being comfortable, because you never know when a big play like this will happen for a big man.
That post-game locker room, does he get an extra drumstick?
He was going to get that anyway. He may get the whole spread now.
Yeah, put some gravy on there. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. Shifts by him. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And some space here. There he goes, right side. And he's into the End zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. Elliott on for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Flushed out right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he'll score. Touchdown. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 26-yard line.
First down, Vick. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Was trying to extend the life of that play, wasn't he? Got out of the pocket, ended up scrambling off to his left, trying to find anyone open downfield to try and make a big-time play.
Thought he had an opening there for a second, but that window closed pretty quickly. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw again. Vick steps away to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Vick with a give to Sanders. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Here's Michael Vick. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
3rd and long for Vick. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
On 2nd down, Westbrook. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. Willie Lanier, the Hall of Famer, there on the tackle. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Off play action. Cunningham. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A very solid gain of 27. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
Ready? Watch twist. Check 3.
They'll try the left side. Westbrook. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Now Cunningham. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4.
Let's go, baby. At their own 19-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. Sheds off the tackle. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. This one taken from the 7. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First carry for Nick Chubb. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs up.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Fletcher Cox busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield. This will be caught by Brown. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
On 1st down, Chubb able to get forward for about 4 as he's taken down. Malcolm Jenkins up to make the stop. To throw on 2nd and 6. Mayfield. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Fletcher Cox able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Mayfield. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Fletcher Cox. And this defense holds on the Knights' opening drive. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. A first carry now for Jordan Howard. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 44. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up?
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The safety, Morgan Burnett, that time gets home for the sack.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Shotgun now for Wentz. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Check 24.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
A first down throw from Mayfield, and he completes it to Hunt. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Chubb with a carry on first down. It's not going to yield much, maybe a yard. It's second down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. Mayfield looks to throw. His throw incomplete. Kareem Hunt is running back, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. From the gun, Mayfield gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 28. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's first and 10. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is third down and 8. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Rashard Higgins in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They run with Howard, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Waiting. Number 52.
Now Howard. And they'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down, this is Howard. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th down, McQuins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
The Browns' drive about to get started. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Give the tackle that time to Rodney McLeod.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Mayfield down from the 50. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. A run for Nick Chubb. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Running with Howard. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Howard, 72 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. The kick return touchdown goes for 97 yards. And the Browns have taken the lead. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that makes the score 7. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Second and 12 at the 23-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one good for 26 and a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It's second and inches at the 42-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on second and inches. Again, it's Howard, and he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. On the handoff, this is Howard. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
On second down now, it's Howard. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. A give to Howard. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who have had the receivers on lockdown.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Now, listen, it's a team game. We know that. But where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? So they take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again. But on offense, they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. And you just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They've bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
And again, it's Chubb. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. On the carry, it's Chubb. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. Chubb. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Mayfield to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
He'll look to throw. And oh, look at that, a diving catch.
We got this. Let's go.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland. We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. This one taken from the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Hunt, what are these? I don't think you got it, son.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Gun.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. This one taken in by Olabisi Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. First down, here's the run with Cook. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, Cook. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally marked down at the 23. 22 yards there, a first down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Nigel Bradham brings him down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I got you. I got you.
Gun.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. And Diggs has it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Winston, the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Check, hot. Check, 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 check.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. A give left side to Howard. Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
On play action, Wentz under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive, then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed.
Mike 40, Mike 40. You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this?
They do go for it. It's Wentz. And the pressure gets to him again. Anthony Barr. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. On first down, Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd down, it's Cook, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Cut. Whip. Watch the whip. Kill.
On 3rd down, Howard. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out. The line of scrimmage.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface, but I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him there. I'm guessing because I have no other explanation.
Yeah, that's tough, Owens. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from the Superdome. This is taken at his 4. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go.
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Ready. 95-56. Mike. Here we go, D. Let's go. Here we got Mike, number 53.
On second and 9. Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010. On third and long, it's Breeze. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Throwing on second and 14. Breeze, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. From the gun, it's Breeze. Well, this is a catch by Ted Ginn. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. Throwing now is Breeze. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On second down now, it's Howard. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They don't want to keep playing hard.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
Let's get it.
We're scoreless after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a third down and less than a yard. Could be four-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And they give this time to the tailback. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Howard, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They go counter with Howard. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. From 21 yards away, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open. He has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Ready, 5-9.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Fletcher Cox able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And he's going to go down again. Fletcher Cox getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Fielded at about the 28. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden...
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Howard, 57 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. He's got daylight. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. That'll go down as a 99-yard kick return, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
First down, Philadelphia.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On the give, running right is Howard. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And the kick by Elliott is good. And that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on Here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Right here, right here. No, no, no. Off. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Joker.
They go with Howard again. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On first down, Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 49-yard line. And they give it here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
From midfield, here's Wentz. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar.